Welcome to this new tutorial on advanced route planning. Enjoy! All trips start with a trigger. You saw a report on TV or walked past the window of a travel agency. Often it is also friends who report unforgettable adventures. Because time is usually short and beautiful trips are expensive, thorough research always pays off. What's more frustrating than realizing after an expensive trip that you missed out on the best highlights because you didn't know they existed? And this is exactly where the weaknesses of almost all currently available route planners lie. They all essentially offer a map on which you can set points, from which a route is then automatically calculated. Opinions often differ on the way this calculation is made. Every platform has its fans. Basecamp, Calimoto, Curvature, MRA, RouteMetrics, and whatever they are called, do not offer any opportunities for research. But many users do not even notice this because they basically know where they want to go or simply leave it to chance. I used to plan like this, but in the end, it wasn't really planning at all, it was more of a travel roulette, because the tools for research were missing. Today I'm smarter, and always want to learn something about a destination first. In the past, people read travel guides and browse the internet for hours. You watched YouTube videos and much more. You constantly had to switch back and forth between different programs and take notes on a piece of paper. It was annoying and time-consuming. Track of the day, therefore, goes far beyond setting points on a map. Today, we want to look at how this works on a motorcycle trip to the south of Spain. So, let's start researching. We start track of the day and open Google Earth. There we enter Andalusia. Google Earth now flies virtually from our home address to Andalusia. At the top right we see some photos and a short info text. After reading the text and looking at the pictures, we take a closer look at the region in the 3D view, paying special attention to where there are mountains and winding roads. Almeria, Malaga, Seville, Cordoba and Granada seem to be worth a visit. Granada in the west of the Sierra Nevada seems to be a centrally located good starting point. We start the integrated booking.com hotel search, and now look around for accommodation near Granada. The Casa Rural Albamonteses catches our eye. It is idyllically situated above a reservoir and the prices are affordable. We switch to the aerial map and zoom in more. Then we hold down the Alt key and click with the left mouse button at the hotel. The Street View pop-up will open. We see the driveway to the property and that it can be closed with a big gate, which is great. The road is narrow, but asphalted. It should also be manageable for novice drivers. Now we want to learn more about the area and start with a click in nearby Granada. A pop-up will open with possible options. Here we click on the symbol with the W. The Wikipedia website opens. Here we find a lot of information in 120 languages as well as various photos and tables. There is also a climate table. There you can see that from October to December, there are usually pleasant temperatures. Granada seems to be an ideal destination for autumn or winter holidays. We create a POI in the hotel view and book a few days in October via booking.com. We entered the booking data at this POI. We then set the accommodation as the location and activate the range marking with a radius of 100 kilometers. This gives us the starting point for routes around Granada. At a glance we can see that Malaga and Almeria can be easily reached within a day. Córdoba, Seville and Ronda are just outside the city, so a tour with an overnight stay in Seville is a good idea. Maybe we plan this for the conclusion of our trip in. In the settings we can activate the Microsoft system for notes called StickyNotes. Here we can take notes and retrieve them on our smartphone with the Microsoft OneNote app. If you change such a note on your phone, this change will be immediately visible on your computer and vice versa. Here's how it works. After the destination is set, we start with the research and store more notes in the StickyNotes app. We click again somewhere near Granada, and now select the Windows logo. The Bing Travel website opens. Here we find a lot of information about attractions around Granada. In the same way, we also look at other larger cities in the area. After all kinds of ideas for nice day trips develop in our heads, and we have made all kinds of notes, we take a closer look at the area around the booked accommodation. We click on one of the roads and select the AI icon in the pop-up. Aiden, the always helpful AI assistant, opens. Aiden finds all kinds of information about the village Guijar Sierra and suggests a tour on the A395. In the same way, we retrieve information about other places. Now we activate the info pages and download some tours as tracks in this region at MRA, Calimoto and Wikiloc. How this works was shown in the last tutorial. Then we mark all the tracks and create a routing overlay from them. We give the tracks some hashtags and save them in the database. Here you can see how it works. The overlay can be shown and hidden at any time, and the color and opacity can be changed. We are now switching from the road map to the Michelin map. In addition to the overlay, particularly attractive roads are now marked on the map. We click in different places, always holding down the Alt key. The Streetview pop-up opens in each case. Here we can look at the respective road and integrate beautiful sections into a route as we please. If you want the research to be a little more sustainable, you can also create POIs and use them later to create routes. Whenever we want to know more about a city or place, we click with the left mouse button and look up what information we can find in Wikipedia. When you retrieve information about Aiden, the default setting is the perspective of a motorcyclist. If you want to know which hikes, tours by bike, car, or public transport are possible, you click on the corresponding button. If you click on the button with the poi asterisk, Aiden searches for interesting places around the click location. Once a track or route has been selected, Aiden can also provide a description of it. To retrieve such a description, click on the icon with the waypoint marker, and then set the parameters for the AI description. Here you can see how it works. The most important criterion when planning a route is whether a route is possible at all. After all, what good is the very best planning if a wonderful pass road is unfortunately closed due to snow or a rockfall? If you are planning a route that you want to drive in a timely manner, the setting "Avoid Blocks" in the routing profile is extremely helpful. Let's take a look at this using the example of the Silvretta High Alpine Road. There has been a winter closure here from October 31st of the previous year until June 28. If you were to plan this road into a route with Garmin Basecamp and leave before June 28, a surprise would be inevitable. If you select a suitable routing profile and track of the day, such closures are automatically avoided during route planning. If routing over a pass road is absolutely not possible, it is very likely to be blocked. All information on the current traffic situation can be found on the traffic situation map. You can see where to find them here. If you want to see additional information about all route sections, activate the travel plan and warnings in the routing profile. Here you can see which warnings the Microsoft routing services issue for the bypass. If you look at it in detail, it quickly becomes clear that severe obstructions and long traffic jams are to be expected on this section. If you want to avoid unnecessary stress, it is best to avoid such sections as far as possible. If warnings are displayed for the section of a route, there are usually coordinates for the beginning and end. If you click on the respective coordinate, Google Street View searches for image material. This makes it easy to get an impression of the local conditions. If a warning is selected, you will see a map with the details of the traffic situation in the lower or right area, depending on the format of the list. The list of warnings can be filtered by type. To do this, open the filter at the top of the list and select the warnings you want to see. When saving routes, the warnings are preserved. If you don't want this, you can delete the warnings. You can see how this works here. Let's get back to our trip to Andalusia. We select one of the planned routes and activate the info line. Now we open the dialog for the description of the route. Here we could now gather some information ourselves or simply have something generated by the helpful Aiden. Here I show how it works. If you like, you can generate a roadbook in docs format for all tracks and routes. You have the choice between a classic roadbook and an AI document with information that the helpful Aiden has collected for us on the internet. If you like, you can also output all routes as a table in XSLX format, which can be opened with Microsoft Excel, for example. How it works and what the tables look like can be seen here. Then I make sure that all POIs and routes have the hashtags #Andalusian, #Granada, and number 2024. So I can easily find them again later via the smart folders and can open everything very easily. The hashtag filter is updated in each case. You can see how it works here. If you like, you can also upload the routes to the cloud and publish them there or share them privately with your friends. You can see how this works in detail in the tutorial cloud. If you like this video, I would be happy about a thumbs up and a subscription. If you click on the little bell, you will be notified in the future when there are new tutorials for track of the day. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.